Okay, so we had diameter 10, tip scale 0, tip segments 1, thread scale 1. Good. And then it says, finally, take the thread and make it have a height of 10. That's what it looks like now, but the height might not be 10. Now I don't need this information. Right, it says 6.45, so I make this height 10. Now you have your thread, and you have this. All right, cool. Raise the thread up 2 units and center it using the align tool and group it. So I raise it up 2, I highlight both things, I press the align. Now I have it like that, and I group it. Good, so now you have the screw part of it. So perfect, now it's one, now that's your screw. Okay, make a new cylinder with the same dimensions. So now we've made the screw, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the bolt now. Okay, so we have to go back to basic shapes for this. Screw, we make this. This is all 5 by 5. So 5 by 5 with a height of 3. Okay. Same thing as far as making using the bevel. So you gotta click that arrow if it's used to get out of the way. Remember, the bevel is what rounds it. Okay, so this is interesting. If you're gonna make a bolt, so I'm gonna ungroup the screw. I'm gonna take the thread and copy paste it. I'm gonna just regroup the original screw just so I don't forget. Okay, so now this is kind of the interesting and fun part. You need to take this thread and make it a hole. And instead of it being a 3 by 3, you're gonna want the thread hole to be a little bit bigger than the actual thread on the screw. So instead of 3 by 3, maybe 3.5 by 3.5. That's what makes it able to function if you actually print it. Like, that hole has to be slightly bigger than the thread. So now in this case, you're gonna align it. You're gonna take this thread hole and you're gonna push it down so that part of it is sticking out of the top and part of it is sticking out of the bottom. If you make the mistake of doing right here, it won't actually screw all the way through. You gotta make sure that the thread hole is going through the entire bolt. Then you highlight and group it. So you'll notice you'll have those grooves at the top and you'll have the grooves at the bottom. So that's what will help it function through. So let's see, I think I jumped a couple steps. So we did the thread hole part, highlight everything and group it, color this gray. Nice. So that's what you should have. When you're really 3D printing the screw, you would not make that plus sign part. It's not really very functional anyway with a screwdriver, so you don't really need it, and it'll mess up your 3D print, so you don't use that. You're going to insert your name on a text tool. So whatever, you can write your full name or whatever works for you. Make it 20 by 50. I really got to zoom out here. Okay, so this will be 50. This will be 20, which it's close to anyway. And then with a height of 5. Okay, good. Rotate it 90 degrees. Let's see. Good. And bring it up so that it's right on the plate. So the number on the right says 0. Then when you screenshot it, I want you to have a view of the top like this and of the bottom.